And what's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday, God's Day, the second day of 2022. Hope everyone had a good New Year's, as I mentioned yesterday and everything. Figured I'd do a small live stream, and if anyone wants to come on, they can. Um, it's up to y'all. But I wanted to talk about this national championship. There's going to be a lot of talk and conversation this next week for sure. But I want to go ahead and get something on my chest. So, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna send Ugga Boy a message. Get my guy in here. Let's see. So, come in. Okay. So maybe Ugga Boy will join or whoever. But anyway, again, hope everyone had a good New Year, good Christmas. Holidays are over. We got a big game coming up though. Georgia and Alabama, a rematch for the national title. And if I'm being honest, and I don't want to get into too much detail of like the preview video to come, which I think I'll try to get Thursday or Friday for you guys. But man, in my own mind, listen, I'm going to say this. I want nothing more than Alabama to go back to back to win this game. Trust me, 100,000% I want us to win. But I don't know what it is that I can't automatic pick that. I'm dead serious, like stuck. Because Georgia's not a bad team this year. They're actually a national contender on the big stage. I want to go ahead and show you what ESPN has too, right? And we'll see who they're doubting, really. Because, I mean, and maybe, of course, they're going to say, oh, it's kind of 50-50 and it's kind of a coin flip, but you got to look at what this team has regardless. Let's look at this real quick. So this is what they have. And, again, I'll show it and everything when I preview it like I normally do for these games. The line is out. It's 3 points Georgia. So by a field goal, they favor Georgia, right? 58%. Listen, how many times has Alabama been in this position? How many times has Alabama been in this position where they're back in the title game? Whether they've played a team that they've beaten that season, or they lost to that season, or whatever the case, Alabama's been in a title before. Georgia has been in a title 3 times, 1980, 2017, and now for 2021 season. Right? Clearly the ESPN experts, and if I'm being honest, I don't blame them too much. 58.2% that Georgia wins for right now, 41.8. And again, I'll do a preview video, get into all this, and give my actual prediction. It's going to be 17 degrees. Holy crap, that's going to be cold. But then again, I think that Lucas Oil has a roof or whatever, so I mean, they're probably not. It's not like last year with Hard Rock Stadium, open air or whatever. You know, Lucas Oil, I think, has a roof, whatever. But anyway, so here's where I'm at. I love my Crimson Tide to death, and I would hate to sleep on them. I'd never, ever want to see Alabama lose. Trust me, I want nothing more than us to beat Georgia, slaughter their season, put Kirby on thin ice, and just ruin them. Beat them twice in 1 year. But if I'm being honest, what I saw in the Bama game and what I saw in the Georgia game, when I look at the teams that won, they both won, and they won pretty good too. And, I'll give props to Cincinnati's defense. They're not bad. I knew Bama would struggle a little bit, but man, Bama had some errors in that game, and Georgia out of nowhere, not necessarily winning over Michigan, but dominating them in a way that I did not think was going to happen. I picked Georgia to lose to Michigan. And I'll tell you why. Because I didn't think they'd have that kind of offense to keep up and put points. Their offense in Stetson Bennett did not look like their offense in Stetson Bennett. They looked like a complete offense that you want to see run a football game, that you want to see put points up, that you want to dominate football games with. Like Kirby, we keep talking about like, oh, he's got the defense down, but and he's kind of working on the offense. It seemed like he had it in that game. Now that's one game. I mean, again, it was 34-11, 34 points for Georgia, 27-6 for Alabama over Cincinnati. It's crazy. It was an amazing game. I want to pull up the Michigan game too. I mean, we kind of reviewed it, but let's rewind. Forget Alabama for a second. But I want to look at Georgia because if I'm being honest, man, well, I'll get to that in a second. They were 10 of 16 on third downs. They were 1 of 1 on fourth down. They had 21 first downs in this game. They had 521 total yards. Stetson Bennett had 3 touchdowns, 331 yards in passing, at least in total in the game. I think they might have put their backup in at some point. I don't know. No picks. They ran the ball 35 times, got about 5.5 yards a carry. They rushed for 190 yards. They only had 5 penalties. They did not turn the ball over. On this elite and amazing Michigan defense with Aiden Hutchinson and company, they didn't get a turnover. Michigan had 3 of them. Now, that's expected of a Georgia defense, but, man, they played scary good. They had more time of possession. They had more yards. I mean, they did it all. Like, they had a complete game against a really, really good Michigan team, for sure. Point being this. When you see my preview video, Bama fans out there, hear me out. I want nothing more than us to screw Georgia up. I want to beat them. What time do you have to be at work? 6. Sorry about that. Why? Anyway. I want nothing more than to slaughter Georgia again. I want nothing more than that. It's going to be an amazing game. But I'm just going to be honest, man. And Jeff Webster is an Alabama fan, and he has said this too. Listen, Bama cannot win this game every year. They can't win the title every year. And sometimes, even as a fan, you got to understand. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think Georgia will win this game. And I'll give the score and everything and the reasoning and more into detail when I do my preview video and you guys check it out later on. I'll get it out, I guess, this week because I think it'll be a week from tomorrow will be the game on January 10th. Tomorrow is the 3rd. Today is the 2nd. So I will have the preview video out this week, maybe Thursday or Friday or something like that. I don't know. I think I want to also do a Ballard Sports 360 on Thursday, but we'll see. That's not a guarantee, but it is a guarantee. I do preview Georgia, Alabama, and get it in this week. Listen, Alabama, I hope that they dominate. I hope Nick Saban, which no one's talking about this, but, if he does win, if Nick Saban wins this, that'll be historic because it'll be the second time Alabama has gone back-to-back, go back to 2011, 2012 teams. But also, even though he might have got his 7th title and already broke Bear Bryant, the one record he has not broken is the number of championships at Alabama. He's still tied at 6 with Bear Bryant, but he could get overall title number 8 and get number 7 at Bama and break Bear Bryant. So that'd be pretty historic and huge. I just think that, man, I don't know. I think basically back in December, a month ago, that SEC title 41-24 or 41-20, whatever it was that Alabama had, yes, they dominated and they proved that they were just the better team than Georgia, at least at the time. But, man, they had a month to prepare too. But I think Bama broke the dog. I think it's what they did. I just think that they broke them. And, God, this team's on a mission, I'm telling you. And you've heard it before, and I do believe it's true. It's hard to beat the same team twice. And here's where I get at that. Georgia knows what Alabama did to beat them. Kirby knows. He knows what he did wrong. He's going to fix it up a bit, tidy it up. And look, Bama's going to be back next year. We're winning the title in the 22-23 season. Don't get it twisted. That's a given. Bryce Young's leaving with a championship on his belt. He'll go out a winner, right? But I don't think it'll be this year. I don't think it's Bama's year. Now, I saw a lot of news in the offseason. It would be Georgia, Oklahoma. Those were the 2 key teams this year. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I think we could get that. I didn't guarantee who Georgia would play. And I didn't even guarantee that Alabama wasn't going to make the Natty. I just said, it's not happening. Well, here you go, folks. You have your matchup set. You could round that to 60%. More than half the FPI Georgia has taken up. They're favored by 3. And again, we'll get into all this later on. Dude, they're the underdog. I mean, they're favored, but you know what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people that do want to bet on Alabama, and I don't blame them. There's a lot of people that want to bet on Georgia. I don't blame them. And again, as a Bama fan, I want nothing more than to win this ball game and go back-to-back as national champions. But if I'm being honest, I do think Georgia could get this done. I think it's their year. I think this team's been on a mission, and it's yet to be completed. But don't worry. We'll let you have this one. But just remind yourself this, that Alabama is still Alabama. They don't win it every year, but they always bounce back the next year, right? And Georgia's going to get 1 title under Kirby. 1. This might be it. I don't know. Ugga Boy says, wants the link. I guess I could drop the link for a bit, but I don't want to be on here too long. I'll drop the link for you, Ugga Boy. It's good to see you in here, buddy. But I want to hear your thoughts on this because I'm just going to be honest, man. I think your Bulldogs will get this. So, yes, I'm going to go ahead and say it. And I'll give like a score prediction and everything and pull it off, and talk about it later on. But, man, I just think it's set up for Georgia. I just think it's their year. Much respect to them. And, again, like I said, I want nothing more than Alabama to win it. It wouldn't surprise me if Alabama won. But also, man, if I got to pick one or the other, I think Georgia has what it takes. I think they can. I know we've said some things on here, like it's never going to happen if he hasn't done it by now, whatever. It's not even so much the offense. It's more so that defense because they'll get some points on Bama. What I want to know is our O-line really going to be jacked up in this game? And, I mean, are we really going to – I know it's Bryce Young. I know we got those receivers, man. But, man, I think that secondary of Georgia, and I think the line's going to come to play. Ugga Boy, what are your thoughts on this, man? Because I really do think it's y'all's year for sure. Like, this is it. Kirby will not bring you back to a title if he loses this one. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the game, but real fast before I get into this, if this is okay, what's going on with that Tampa Bay player acting like a hoodlum? in the
Who?
middle of the
I'm not
game,
even
throwing his shoulder
watching.
pads, throwing gloves.
I was trying to put the game on, but I couldn't find it on Hulu. I guess I don't know. But so I don't know what's going on in that game.
Yeah, there was a football player that went crazy, went bizarre. But
Yeah.
I think it was Antonio Brown, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe it was. It was somebody. But anyway, you do some research for that. But look, this Georgia Alabama game is going to be a good one.
Oh, it's going to be a hell of a game for sure. I'm
Yeah,
just saying
and
I got to
I'm
give it
not
to the
sure
Bulldogs.
what's going to go different, but you obviously know something is going to go different for this game. Offensive line is definitely going to have to step up for Alabama again to give the Crimson Tide a chance. Although I still think that if Georgia does beat Alabama, I think it's like what Reese Davis said. They're going to win. They're just going to take all their frustration into one game, and they're going to just lay it to Alabama 92-3. I believe he said that heading into the SEC championship.
Dude, I swear to you, if we have a score like that, you'll never see me again. You will never hear.
Well, I don't know if it will be a score like that, but I know that's what he was saying. Just pretty much taking all the anger out on Alabama in one game. But it's like what he said, obviously it didn't happen. But leading up to it, he made a statement saying that he doesn't know if this will be the game that it will be, but he feels like that it will be a game like that when it does happen. Obviously, it didn't happen in the SEC championship game, but I don't want to go so far saying, oh, Georgia's going to do what they did in Michigan, Alabama, because that's so stupid. I mean, that's probably not going to happen, right? Right. Chances of that happening is probably 10%. But it would be crazy if Georgia went out there and did what Alabama did to Georgia, be vice versa. But this time for the Natty, that would be crazy. But for a fact that Nick Saban is not gonna. There's not a Nick Saban team that's gonna lay an egg that bad in the national championship.
No, I mean, and by lay an egg, I know that you mean it's not Saban losing a title. That's just so unordinary. Well, first off, he's already lost 2 national titles to Clemson. One of them being in a rematch, the year after. One of them being a blowout by 28 points. So I mean, it's not necessarily out of the ordinary for it to happen. It's just it's only happened 2 times. Well, also, like I mentioned too at the beginning of this stream here, you got to understand how rare it is and how hard it is to go back to back. And Bama's in that position, and be honest, they have a really good shot. But man, it's also one of those where you got to look at it from this perspective. They're playing a team they already beat that has been the favorite all year, that has been the top dog, that has been they've been that team. And now they got to go play them again. And you're telling me that they have the best opportunity to beat the best team in the nation 2 times in 1 year and it being on the biggest stage. I mean, yeah, look, don't get me wrong. Bama's got a really good chance, but man, I know we talk crap about Kirby a little bit, but he is a good head coach and he's a good motivator. And look, at some point, man, I think that I think this is God telling Kirby, hey, man, you really want to beat Alabama? You got to do it here. You know what I mean? This is your shot. If it does not, if you don't win this game, you're done. You're done at Georgia. You're done with. Okay, he's not done at Georgia.
I don't think he's done at Georgia. I just think that he's more
going to happen if you don't.
It's going to be hard. The chances are very slim. Especially next year. I even heard Golden Blue dude say, even Jeff Webster. I've heard so many people down in Alabama. They've said that Alabama is going to be so God scary next year. This is their down year. If they can do it now, then they could. Everybody can pretty much kiss it goodbye. But I just, God. I don't know, man. This is the year. Georgia has to do something if this is the year. It's hard to trash talk somebody, man. It's hard to trash talk Alabama when your team hasn't done it.
And dude,
in
trust me,
6 to 7 less.
My heart is beating right now because and again, I'm trying to be. I'm going to be a future sportscaster. Well, I got to clean it up. I can't be biased. I can't pick Alabama every time, but you know how hard it is to pick against them? Don't get it wrong. I want them to win more than anything. I hope and pray that we skull drag Georgia again.
Thank you, Ballard, for jinxing us, for picking us. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, buddy. That's why I did it. So, yes, Georgia will win this
Fine,
game.
I pick Alabama.
How you doing,
I'm doing good, Ballard. I gotta say, congratulations on beating the Jets today. I'm honestly so pissed after that game right now.
Dude, what happened to Antonio Brown? He literally lost his cool. And yes, it was Antonio Brown, Ballard. He even threw his shirt off. He threw his gloves off. He waved to the Tampa Bay fans while the play was going on, saying goodbye.
The hell was he doing?
He acted like an idiot.
I would say this: I did not watch the game. I tried to, but I couldn't find it on Hulu. That's what we got. It wasn't on there.
Nobody is going to take a chance on Antonio Brown. He walked out on everybody. He basically said, "Take this job and shove it."
He's a thug. You want me to say it? I mean, he is the pure definition of NFL scum. He did.
Oh, dude, you just got to watch this, man.
He did it in Oakland. He did it with Belichick, and now it's coming around. Now it's finally coming around in Tampa.
Jacob, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is pretty bad, man. This is really, really bad.
Jacob, I'm in the same mode as well. My team just lost too.
Okay. Let me say this: BA will not put up with AB. That's my saying right there. BA Bruce Arians.
Dude, his behavior is so unacceptable, man. I cannot believe he did that.
Well, hey everyone, I just want to let y'all know that I'm gonna be back, but I gotta make a Falcons Rage video first. So if you don't mind, I'll come back later. So see y'all.
Yeah.
All right, bud.
Yeah, I gotta make a video recapping the Jets game as well because I'm pissed. I'm actually. I mean,
the good news is I think people are not going to rave about the Buccaneers win over your Jets, man.
Yeah.
So much because Antonio Brown acted like a crazy lunatic, like he was in kindergarten.
Yeah, we blew a freaking 24-10 lead. Yeah. Zach Wilson we were 7 yards away from the end zone. It's 4th down and 2, and Zach Wilson stupidly decides, hey, why don't I run the ball? Gets no yards, okay? Then they got Tom Brady out there. He's got 2 deep passes. They're in Jets territory, and then a 33-yard touchdown pass, and the Buccaneers win.
Man, at least we won the game, but still, I'm pretty pissed off at Antonio.
Ballard, I would have come on here and I would have been like, how about them Buccaneers if you would have lost? But no, I can't.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I didn't watch all of it. I caught the tail end. They had bonus coverage here on our Fox and where I live at, and I just can't believe what Antonio Brown did, man. That's crazy, dude.
It is. I think he needs psychiatric help after that. I mean, that was
nobody ain't gonna hire him. His career's over.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you guys had all your good players out there. You had Gronk, you had AB, Mike Evans, Le'Veon Bell, Tom.
We had it all.
You had all of you guys, and you guys almost lost to the Jets.
Right.
I mean, that's crazy.
So, but again, the whole point of this stream here, I was just, and I'm being honest again. Get back to Georgia, Alabama for a second.
Yeah.
I won't share the score prediction or anything, but I will just go ahead and say that I got faith in Alabama to get it done. But at the same time, man, like I said, and history has shown it's hard to beat the same team twice in 1 year because you got to think of Georgia's position. They know what they did that cost them that SEC title game. And they also kind of carried it over into Michigan why wouldn't they carry it in this game? Again, I hope we win, but man, I got to give y'all props. It's your year, and I just think that Kirby could finally beat Saban and Alabama, and I mean he could probably get it taken care of. I don't know.
We just got to. Oh, hey, another Buccaneers fan. All right.
I can completely believe what AB did. Well, again, like I said, he carried it in New England. He carried it from the Steelers and the Raiders. I mean, like I said, I just call it what it is. He basically is the pure definition of NFL scum, and he's a thug, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just call it what it is. This guy has anger issues to the core. Didn't he call? I won't.
Well, what's so crazy though is he looked like he was the showboat when he was jumping up and down, doing jumping jacks in the middle of the end zone.
What the hell was he doing?
Yeah, and the thing was, he looked like he was happy.
I know, right?
Yeah, crazy.
I just told some shady congratulations.
All right, Ballard, I'm gonna get off here, man. But yeah, man, I just wanted to say hey to you, go Dogs, and we're coming for you.
Go Dogs, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Man. But yeah, this whole Georgia-Alabama game, I think this is the time where Georgia finally wins. It's kind of like, how like back
it
in
has to be, doesn't it? I mean,
it's like back in like 2011 where you lost to LSU in the regular season and then you beat them in the national title.
That's literally what this is. And it's literally 10 years later too, if you think about it. Yeah. I mean, you're in that position. I think 2011 and holy hell, I just realized something real quick.
What?
You're literally in our position in think about it, dude. Okay. 10 years ago in 2011, let's rewind. You have this offseason. I don't remember who was picked, who was favored, but the two best teams were SEC teams. It was Alabama and LSU. And Alabama was the go-to team. They were the go-to team. They come off this crazy just 2-loss season, much like Georgia is with this year because they lost 2 games last year. You come into this season, and they're hyping you up. You're winning game after game after game. You get to late in the season, end of the season, and you finally take that loss. Alabama took the loss in the game of the century against LSU. Georgia takes a loss to Alabama. They meet up in the title game. And what happened?
Alabama won.
In this scenario, what might happen?
Georgia might win.
Dude, is this not like 10 years ago? Only Georgia is playing LSU right now. Or I guess technically they're playing Alabama, but Alabama's kind of like the LSU. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
And
how crazy is this? I mean, and it's 10, like, forget how long ago it was, but it's just crazy. Like, you could go back in time. If you could time travel back there, you can say, hey, we'll see something similar with a different SEC team 10 years from now. In 1 decade, you'll see this same scenario. I'll bet you $50. Well, that kid's getting $50 and giving it to you because you'd be right.
Yeah, I would.
Dude, this is awesome. And quite honestly, look, I'm going to be honest. I love the Georgia fans. Y'all are loyal. Y'all are just good people, man. You look, people like Ugga Boy, you, and Chess, they deserve to see Kirby lead this team, not just to a title, but a title victory, right?
Exactly.
Now, and I think Jeff has said it on occasion, but he says, I just don't want it to be at the expense of Bama. That's my position. So I do hope we win this game, but if I'm being honest, man, I think Georgia's going to do it.
Okay.
And like I said, it's so crazy that 10 years ago we were talking about LSU and Bama. Georgia's playing LSU right now, 10 years later.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? Both with dominant defenses.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Same, especially Georgia. And LSU probably had the best defense, if not Alabama that year, but it doesn't matter. This will be a defensive game. And, again, score prediction and everything in the preview video coming later this week because it's a week from tomorrow. But, dude, this is the year of the Bulldogs. But don't worry, 2022, Bama's going to be back on top with Bryce. I promise.
Yeah.
But y'all got it this year. But, dude, 10 years ago. Just saying.
Well, Ballard, did you expect you guys to win in the SEC title or no?
Oh, crap. Damn, dude, you got me. I I did actually. I did because we took the loss to A&M. It was kind of a coin flip. I argued with Trenches and Chess and everybody, on God's green earth that's a Georgia
Yeah.
fan. I just kind of argued with you guys, and I'm like, this is why we're going to take care of business. I promise you, and we did.
Yeah, you did. Whoa! I just got breaking news off
Uh-oh.
ESPN. Buccaneers head coach Bruce Arians says Antonio Brown is no longer a Buck after
Yes.
his mid-game exit Sunday.
Thank God. Get him the hell out.
Wow. Yeah, that's just bad. I don't know what he was doing.
He was throwing a 2-year-old temper tantrum.
He didn't look
He
angry,
was acting
though.
like a baby.
He didn't look angry, though. I didn't see him. I got to look back at it. I just saw it, and I was like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah. But anyways, man, so again, like I said, I want nothing more than Bama to win. But I think it's just set up, and this is Georgia's time right now. You get one shot at this. You'll never be in this position again. And, dude, look at this. It's going to be 17 degrees in Indy. We talked about that the other day, I think. And they're probably going to close the roof. I don't know. But if you're a fan going to this game, you better layer up for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm not going.
No, I'm not either. Hell no.
Oh.
I'm staying home.
I'm staying home too. Besides, I have school.
Yeah, I'll have school too. I gotta meet with my advisor sometime this week. Pick my class and work on that. So
It'll be good
for sure.
So Slim Shady says Tampa Bay won't win a Super Bowl. Too many injuries. Evans is hurt. Godwin is done. Fournette is hurt. Lots of defensive injuries too.
I'll be surprised at this point, Slim. I'll be honest. I'll be shocked if we're the NFC team. Honestly, going to the Super Bowl. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I just wanted to come on here really and talk about this game and just go ahead and get off my chest before the preview video or anything that I do expect. I want Alabama to win, but man, y'all have it set up, and Georgia knows what's at stake. Kirby knows what's at stake, and I really think Georgia's going to be the national champion next Monday. But again, I don't want it to not be Bama. I want Bama to win it, but I'm just going to be honest. I'm picking Georgia at this point.
At least I don't have to worry about a Devontae Smith on the left side.
You got Jamison Williams, though.
Yeah, but at least it's not at least it's not Devontae.
Oh, that's right. We could just put Milrow or Tyson in, and we could beat you. Never mind. We might win. I don't know. I think y'all could get this one for sure. But again, preview video coming out later this week.
Yeah, I got to make a video anyway, recapping the Jets game and the Falcons game.
Yeah. Well, man, listen, I just want to come on for a bit and say that I appreciate you joining and coming on. I got work in an hour or so I got to get going.
Yeah, all right. See you, Ballard.
Yep. Thanks, Will, for coming on. And we had Ugga Boy to start, too. This one just real quick. I figured I'd just kind of go live for a bit for you. But again, Georgia, give us your best shot. It's going to be a good game. I mean, I'll trash talk a little bit, but yeah, I do think Georgia can, just out of respect and everything. I mean, look, I want nothing more than Alabama to win this, but man, I would not be surprised if Georgia pulls this off. I'm just saying. Don't worry. Alabama's going to be back there next year for sure. We'll kick some tail in the SEC in 22. And we're taking it all the way, and the crown's going back to T-Town. Promise you that. Love you guys. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. God bless. Please like and subscribe to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, folks, Ballard Sports Media is checking out. Love you guys. Have a good one.
Okay. Roll down Tide.
Roll Tide, roll. See ya.